Welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Life Guru Rates, and today we will be rating the Netflix series Lupin. Lupin is an homage to Maurice Leblanc, played by Omar Sy, a very popular actor in France, and he is in the role of Assane Diop. Assane Diop wants to avenge his father for an injustice inflicted by a wealthy, powerful family in Paris. And we will rate his interpersonal skills, his overall emotional intelligence and etiquette, because I feel this whole season 1 is literally an emotional tug of war. And that's why I chose to rate his overall interpersonal skills. We have his relationship to his son, to his father, to his partner, and also the people around him, and I would like to analyze those relationships and then rate it at the end. Okay, then join me and let's watch. Let's see how well he monitors his self in action. Yes, so Assane is stepping in his role as a cleaner in the Louvre, and I'm sure again with a plan, of course. He knows exactly which profession to take. It's a profession where people don't really pay attention to, and often they don't even notice or see you. So that's the perfect profession for his plans. Oh, that's a smart move from Assane, hoping no one will check a smelly bin bag, which did happen because the security guard obviously thought this is beneath him and didn't bother to check it at all, which is perfect for his plan. He had the precious necklace hidden there. Assane embodies different characters, and it's like he's literally like a chameleon. He's not only outward but also inward, like a chameleon, and he can wander through two worlds, so the high society world but also the underworld, and he adapts his language and clothes and behavior accordingly to, you know, the situation he's in and also the world he's moving around. And again, whether he's a cleaner at the auction, being in a suit, or in prison, he's very persuasive. He's kind, caring, but he's not weak. And he uses the bias he's facing as an immigrant from Senegal very well to his advantage. He masters it with light-hearted flair. Here is again a role Assane is playing, namely the undercover detective, and he has excellent persuasion skills again. He's not only persuading, you know, the police downstairs, but he managed to persuade the elderly woman to give him her most precious valuables. And the only thing that struck me was the woman's story about the treasures so he and her husband literally helped themselves in Africa. So a fortune they assume locals were not aware of and think they are privileged enough or have the right to actually steal them. And Assane's reaction was also quite interesting, which makes him also the person he is throughout this whole season. He was actually disgusted. I mean, it's obvious he's an immigrant from Africa, and the woman telling him this backstory was just, yeah, disgusting for Assane. But again, what he masters very well, he tries to empathize with the people and give them the feeling he's siding with them, which he does very well in this scene with his reply, "They are lost, right?" So he smiles, but he masters disguise with light-hearted flair to gain trust and empathize. A perfect scene of an art of persuasion, which can be used in negotiation as well, and he uses emotional manipulation to persuade people under an extreme personal emotional stress. And and then found out his son is gone, his son is away, and exactly this personal situation led him, to let his guard down. It's a typical thing when looking at all the 4 core skills or the 4 competencies of emotional intelligence. This will be under self-management, and self-management is something other cultures like the Asian culture master very well because of their upbringing, and he actually masters all 4 very well. But in this situation, he was really under an emotional personal stress, and that made him make a tiny bit mistake and let his guard down. There is a painful honesty in this whole film material, namely addressing discrimination on all levels. It's about xenophobia, racism, classism, even cruelty of prison system. But in terms of how well Assane manages his overall interpersonal skills, emotional intelligence, etiquette, I'll actually give him a high rate. He's a complex character, but he has a very good sixth sense, and he masters that very well, except now in the last scene, because he was emotionally involved. He's definitely emotionally literate and has all gentleman aspects, so I'll give him a 9 in etiquette. And his overall emotional intelligence, he's self-aware of his background, definitely. He's self-aware of his actions. He can generate emotions like that on demand and relate to other people's feelings. He's great in problem solving. He understands the rules and he plays the culture game very well. He's empathetic, he's assertive, adaptable in both worlds, and I will rate him definitely a 9. So he is emotionally literate by all means. Whether he'll come to self-actualization and happiness is yet to be seen. So the overall rate is my highest point I can give. It's 9. I hope you liked this clip about Lupin and the main character Assane Diop, and also having another type of rating, namely not only the etiquette but also his overall interpersonal skills and emotional intelligence. Please do not forget to subscribe if you liked it, and I hope to see you again. Thank you. Stay safe.